From the longtime home of the Royals, we welcome you to Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, site of this edition of Major League Baseball presented by The Show. Tonight, we'll get your weekend started with Game 2 of this 4-game series, as it'll be the New York Yankees against the Kansas City Royals. And hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you as we get set for what promises to be an entertaining ball game. Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler are by my side. And Dave, we turn to you. What's the one thing we can watch for in this one?
Well, Matt, I think the key to this game is whichever team can get the early lead. Baseball's a game of momentum, so if you can get the ball rolling early, maybe force that starter to throw a lot of pitches, things can often swing in your favor.
All right, Dave, thanks. We'll hear from Rex in a minute, but first, State Farm shows us the starting lineup for the defending World Series champion New York Yankees. At home or away, State Farm is there. Leading things off is the young center fielder Curtis Granderson. In the 2-hole, the captain, Derek Jeter. He'll, of course, play short. Next is the 2005 American League MVP, Alex Rodriguez. He's at third. Mark Teixeira bats fourth. He'll play first base. Then comes the promising Robinson Cano. He'll play second base. Behind the plate and batting next, the switch-hitting Jorge Posada. Behind him is Nick Swisher out in right. Nick Johnson's the DH tonight. He'll hit eighth. Randy Wynn will bat number 9. He is in left. They'll be opposed by the American League's Cy Young Award winner from 2009, the hard-throwing right-hander Zach Greinke. And the Royals defensively will look like this behind him. Set to go now as Curtis Granderson is into the box to get this one underway.
The batter, Curtis Granderson.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
And you can already see his objective here is going to be to go right at these guys.
Here's the pitch. High throw, but he manages to come down with it to get his man.
It's always good for a pitcher's confidence to get that first out of the ball game and get him into a groove.
Derek Jeter will get his first shot at it here.
Now batting, Derek Jeter.
And that misses ball 1.
Yeah, you're always looking to keep guys honest with fastballs on the inside part of the plate.
Now the pitch. Swing, hot shot to the left side. And that's in there, base hit.
And have a look. The catcher sets the target down around the knees, but this is a good low ball hitter, and he gets good wood on this one.
So a runner on first with 1 out now. And here comes A-Rod.
The batter, Alex Rodriguez.
Lays off there, 1-0.
And if there's one guy in this lineup you don't want to fall behind, A-Rod's the one.
A look at Jeter, now the pitch. Pitch is high, the throw in time at second, and Jeter's caught stealing.
Well, with his speed, this has got to be a perfect throw, and sure enough, it's right on the money.
Hard to the right side. And this is going to be a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. it a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat, 3-1. Mark Teixeira would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And that's going to be ball 4 to A-Rod, and with a base open, you can't fault the thinking much there.
And at 3-1, you can afford to look for something up a little, so he wasn't going to bite on that low one.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira.
Now back, Mark Teixeira.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. A check on A-Rod, now the pitch. Down and away, ball 1.
Trying to drop one on the corner, but it misses the target.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. The 1-2 now to Teixeira. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. And DeJesus will tuck this one away to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. And now the Royals get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. And look there at the starting lineup for the Royals, again brought to us by State Farm. Scott Podsednik leads things off in left field. David DeJesus will bat second and play right. Billy Butler will bat third. He's at first base. Rick Ankiel is the cleanup hitter. He'll be in center. Alex Gordon will bat fifth. He's at third base. Brian Pena will do the catching. He bats sixth. Jose Guillen will bat seventh and be the DH tonight. Willie Bloomquist will bat next. Really struggling against right-handed pitching, something to be aware of. And in the 9th spot, the shortstop, Yunieski Betancourt. David Robertson will be on the mound to face them, and if he's going to be successful against these hitters, he's going to need to keep the ball down in the strike zone without question. A look there at the Yankees defense, anchored by a 3-time Gold Glove winner, Mark Teixeira at first, and a 4-time winner at short, the captain, Derek Jeter. And now the left fielder, Scott Podsednik, will get us going in the home half of inning number 1. Fastball that's taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. And he will reach up to track this one down on the run as he's able to keep this one in his sights for the first out. David DeJesus will step in now.
The batter, David DeJesus.
Swings under the curveball here as this is lifted to shallow center field. And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out. Billy Butler will step in, working on a nice 5-game hitting streak.
Now back, Billy Butler.
First pitch on the way. Too low, 1-0.
Yeah, and he'll look for something a little higher here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now.
And now with 2 strikes and 2 outs, he's looking square in the face of a 1-2-3 bottom of the first.
Now a ball hit hard towards the hole. A dive, but it's by him for a base hit. And with that, that'll push his hit streak to a modest 6 games. Rick Ankiel will get his first cuts here.
The batter, Rick Ankiel.
Swing and a high chopper. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Second inning upcoming here in KC with no score. Robinson Cano leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Now batting, Robinson Cano.
Ball 1. This one's hit on the ground, but foul. Now the 1-1 to Cano. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Live. That looked awfully good from up here. 3-1 though. Jorge Posada waits on deck. Here it comes. Fouled back. Hit high, but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
I don't know if he's just nibbling here or he can't find the range, but the leadoff walk has him in early trouble here to start the inning.
Jorge Posada will be the batter.
Now batting, Jorge Posada.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Swing and a ball hit high, but not very far out toward right center. Under it is DeJesus, and there's out number 1. Nick Swisher will dig in here.
Now batting, Nick Swisher.
And that's in there for strike 1.
And one of the reasons this guy's been in the bigs for so long is that he knows the importance of first pitch strikes.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. One and 2 now. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And he'll think about inside outing that thing if it's over the plate a bit more.
Fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Boy, and no factor up there with that swing. He was way late on the fastball.
Nick Johnson will stand in for the first time here.
The batter, Nick Johnson.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. On the run, and he has it to retire the side. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Alex Gordon will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Alex.
And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. The pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And there's the first out. Brian Pena will take his first cut to the ball game here.
Brian Pena.
Swinging a liner back through the box. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Looked like a fastball that time. Started out in the outside part of the plate, but he's able to get the bat head through and wrap it up the middle for the base hit.
Jose Guillen will stand in. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
You know they'd love to get him something he could hit on the ground here. Maybe get him out of the inning.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Ball 3.
See if they try and stay out there again.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Cano for one. On to Teixeira, and it's in time for the double play. The side is retired. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 0-0. Randy Wynn will step in, working on a nice 5-game hitting streak.
Now batting, Randy Wynn.
In there, 0-1. And the pitch. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Now a ball lined towards center field. And a base hit now, as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Well, this is all about hanging tough up there. Fouled off a difficult 2-strike pitch, then found the one he wanted and came through. That'll mess with a pitcher's psyche.
Curtis Granderson will step in, a ground-out victim his last time.
Now batting, Curtis Granderson.
A lead from Wynn, the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. it a slider in there, 1-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Two. To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. Swing and a hard hit ball back through the box, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And he continues to hit the ball well, as that'll push his hitting streak up to 7 games now. Derek Jeter will step in, a base hit in his last time.
Now batter, Derek Jeter.
Off 1-0.
And he'll just try and wait him out here.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And this is one of those situations as a hitter where you wish you could have a do-over. That was right down the middle.
1 out here in the Yankees' 3rd inning, and that'll bring the dangerous Alex Rodriguez to the plate.
Now batting, Alex Rodriguez.
Strike at the knees, 0-1.
With a good hitter up there, it's always good to get ahead in the count early.
3rd inning, no score to this point. And A-Rod swings and misses at that one. He's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
And the one Achilles heel for A-Rod is he will strike out quite a bit.
He's ready now. The pitch. Now a fastball swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Podsednik is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. The relay, and he will make it to 3rd as he's just in ahead of the tag.
Sacrifice fly in the RBI that time, as you got to figure he got the job done there.
Mark Teixeira will try it again. He flew out his first time.
Now batting, Mark Teixeira.
And a fastball just misses for ball 1.
And here in the early stages, he's already up over 40 pitches now.
Away as he misses again, 2-0. Grounded, foul. And Teixeira able to lay off again as they don't want to give in. It's 3-1. Robinson Cano would be next. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. fastball misses there, ball 4.
Not a real good sign here. Already his third walk of the ball game this early. It shows me he may not have his A game out there right now.
So it's 1st and 3rd with 2 away, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano.
Now batting, Robinson Cano.
And here's the first pitch. Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Podsednik is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Willie Bloomquist makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Now batting, Willie Bloomquist.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
And I'll tell you, he better not start falling in love with that location because that's a spot where he's going to get burned.
And this ball will be chopped foul. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase out there, but that ball had too much tail on it.
Now the pitch. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
And sometimes young pitchers like this will try to overthrow that fastball.
And he swings under the fastball here as this is popped high in the air back behind short. Jeter retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for round number 1. Uniewski Betancourt will take his cuts now.
Now batting, Uniewski Betancourt.
And he lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0.
Not a bad spot to miss. He might even go chase it out there.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Sign from Posada. Now the 1-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. 1 out, nobody on. Here he comes again, 1-2. And boy, I was waiting for him to get rung up there, but it never happened. 2-2 now. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Scott Podsednik will be next. On the ground down the first base line. Foul. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Boy, I'm no expert on body language, but just looking at him in the monitor, he is obviously out of gas. I think it's time to make a move here.
Scott Fitzsednick will be the batter.
Now batting, Scott Fitzsednick.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses for ball 1.
And the infield's into double play depth there as a ground ball could get him out of the inning.
Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. In a mid-80s fastball that time, but it's a called strike 1-1.
Boy, stretching that strike zone a little. That's what experience can buy you.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. On the ground is short. This could be 2. And past the diving infielder. That's a base hit. David DeJesus will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
David DeJesus.
Now here's the first pitch. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
That would have been a good one to offer at there.
Now he turns on one and rips it down the line, but foul. And a foul ball straight back. They'll try again, 1-2. Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. Granderson is back though, and he's there to put it away, 2 down. The relay throw, and he will make it to third as he's just in ahead of the tag. Billy Butler will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Now batting, Billy Butler.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back. Ball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And Fitzsednick will run on any count, so you better keep him close over there.
Fastball, and that ran in on him as he had to limbo out of the way that time.
And there's a good chance up 2-0. He's going to see a fastball here.
Had him hacking at the 2-0 change, and it's back to 2-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Jorge Posada will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Now batting, Jorge Posada.
Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone.
Well, Posada's a guy that'll give you a lot of pop from the catcher's position, and he'll do it from both sides of the plate. That's just a great swing there.
Nick Swisher will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time.
The batter, Nick Swisher.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Sign of a smart hitter right there.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Base is empty here with nobody out. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
And he'll wait for something a little higher that he can do something with.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
He's just starting to dig his own hole at the plate right now. That's the second time he's struck out in the ball game, and you can see on swing track he needs to be more selective up there.
Nick Johnson will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Now batting, Nick Johnson.
Here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And that one's by him at 96 that time. Very tough to get around on heat that fast.
Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ground ball towards the hole. Throw gets him, 2 down. Randy Wynn will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time.
The batter, Randy Wynn.
Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
No wasting any time there, Matt. He gets the fastball to begin the at-bat and just shoots it right back where it came from.
Curtis Granderson will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Now batting, Curtis Granderson.
Starts him out with one high and tight, ball 1.
And he's starting to get up there in pitches now, worth keeping an eye on.
The 1-0 pitch. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a called strike, the throw. And it's not in time. Stolen base for Randy Wynn.
Not much of a lead that time, but he just put his head down and beat the throw to second.
1-1 on the way. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. And it'll wind up hanging just long enough for him to run it down. And with that, the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Yankees are out in front, 2-0. Chad Gaudin will be the new pitcher. Rick Ankiel will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Now batting, Rick Ankiel.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
Yeah, looking to run that thing back to the low inside corner, but that's not one guys will chase very often.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
Good zip to that one. Gets that one in on him before he can get his hands through.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Alex Gordon steps in now.
The batter, Alex
And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away. Back-to-back fastballs here as he takes control 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be surprised to see another fastball in the strike zone here.
Here it comes. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Brian Pena will stand in. A base hit his first time around.
now batting, Brian Pena.
And that misses inside, 1-0.
Yeah, trying to take back control of that inside part of the plate. That's where you want to be.
To the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Pretty disciplined at bat there. They set up a way, and you see he's diving at that outside corner, but winds up getting good wood on it.
Jose Guillen will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The batting, Jose Guillen.
And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
And with Teixeira on the bag at first, that means there's a big opening on the right side here.
Pause, now the pitch. Called strike 0-2. And low and inside with a fastball as he's got a hot-footed out of there.
And that's a good 2-strike pitch there, as now it might be just to set up something away.
slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Derek Jeter will try to get things going in the next half inning. We played 4 full. The Yankees lead it 2-0. Derek Jeter will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The batter, Derek Jeter.
Fastball just misses for ball 1.
Looks like he might be getting squeezed a little bit there.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. Now the 2-0 to Jeter. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Swing and a little soft liner here. Throw in the dirt, but a good job of staying with it that time as he's retired.
This is hard when your momentum is taking you one way and you got to throw another, but he was right on the money.
Alex Rodriguez will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time.
Now batting, Alex Rodriguez.
And a strike at the knees, more like at the shins, but it's 0-1. The pitch. And A-Rod swings and misses at that one. He's in a quick 0-2 hole now. And a miss by A-Rod, so he becomes a strikeout victim here.
We'll get a look at this from Dirt Cam. This is normally a pitch A-Rod can do something with, but not this time as he gets set down right here.
Mark Teixeira will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Now batting, Mark Teixeira.
Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. Gordon is right there, and he will put it away to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead it 2-0. Willie Bloomquist will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, Willie Bloomquist.
He lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0.
And at least he's keeping that thing low. He won't get hurt down there.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0. The 2-0. And there's ball 3.
And you don't want to put the leadoff guy on here when you've got a slim lead.
That one's in there, 3-1. Swing and a hot shot towards the hole. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Still far too early to be talking about tying runs coming to the plate, but in a two-run ball game, that's a good job right there by the leadoff guy just getting on base here.
Unieski Betancourt will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around.
Now batting, Unieski Betancourt.
And he'll throw over to first. Almost caught him leaning that time. First pitch coming. Grounded to third. This could be two. Cano for one. On to Teixeira and two quick outs.
Don't see this combination too often, but it's effective as they get the double play.
So two are gone now in the Royal fifth. And here comes a speed threat in the person of Scott Podsednik.
Now batting, Scott Podsednik.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Ball one.
Sometimes guys go down and get the soft stuff. Not there.
Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. The other way as this is down the line at third. Base hit.
Well, 6th hit of the game for him, but unfortunately it has not translated into any runs yet. Let's see if they can get something going here.
David DeJesus will stand in. 0 for 2 thus far.
Now batting, David DeJesus.
Podsednik not going. The pitch. And he takes ball one.
And they better not forget about that runner on first.
And this is on the outside corner, or thereabouts at least. It's 1-1. Two out with the man at first. Podsednik's running. It swung on and missed the throw. And it won't be in time. It's a stolen base for Podsednik.
This is what having good speed will do for you. He gets the green light, and there's no way they're going to throw him out.
In front of the fastball, but this is skied into straightaway right. And Swisher ought to have no problem with this one, and the side is retired. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. The Yankees lead this one 2-0. Robinson Cano will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Now batting, Robinson Cano.
And, not quite sure what was wrong with that one, but it's 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Just a get-it-in fastball, but he'll get burned if he keeps leaving him there.
Ball hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Aboard with a leadoff single, and the way things are shaping up, they're going to need to capitalize on every chance they get because they might not get too many.
Juan Cruz is on, and he'll take over on the mound. So a runner at first now with nobody out, and in steps Posada. Cano holding, here's the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
Not a bad idea to work him up and in here with that hard stuff.
Grounded, foul. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Ready with another 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
And you don't want hitters to fall into that comfort zone up there, so a good idea to run the fastball in that time.
Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now. Swung on and missed by Posada, who's down on strikes.
Well, it looks like the bottom half of the order needs to pick up the slack here, but this ain't going to help much. You got to go.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and stepping in is the right fielder, Nick Swisher.
Now batting, Nick Swisher.
Outside with the fastball, that's 1-0. Hit hard, but it is just foul, so he'll have to try and straighten that out a bit. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1. Just off the inside part of the plate, it's 3-1.
And up 3-1, he can afford to look middle in and really turn on something.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
And now at 3-2, we'll see if they try and stay out of the double play here and send that runner from first.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this is on the ground to first, could be 2. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. On to first, not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Not exactly a tailor-made double play. Thought they might have a shot, but the return throw is too late.
Nick Johnson will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Now batting, Nick Johnson.
Grounded, foul. A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Yankees are out in front, 2-0. Billy Butler will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Now batting, Billy Butler.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And the pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Now a reach, and he takes a tumble here, but hangs on for the first out. Rick Ankiel will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time.
The batter, Rick Ankiel.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Fouled straight back. Hard hit towards center. In there, a base hit.
Boy, 7 hits in the ballgame, all singles. Obviously, these guys didn't eat their spinach before this one.
Alex Gordon will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
The batter, Alex Gordon.
Out in front as he yanks this down the line at first. Foul. In on the hands that time, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Chopper foul. Runners on first with 1 down. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
It's an evening for this guy to forget so far. 0 for 3 now with 2 strikeouts.
Brian Pena will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
Now batting, Brian Pena.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
He got away with that pitch, Matt, but his veteran know-how was nowhere to be seen there.
Comes set, now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Two and 1. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit.
Well, 3 hits, 3 singles. He's been nothing if not consistent, that's for sure.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And here's the powerful Jose Guillen.
Now batting, Jose Guillen.
First pitch to him. In there for strike one, 0-1.
One of the secrets of his longevity in this game: work fast, change speeds, and throw strikes.
Two men are on with two men out. And he takes strike two. From the stretch. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. And this is fouled straight back. And 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And now the runner should be able to get a head start here with two gone.
And he goes the other way with the fastball as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he's going to get to this thing on the run, and a fine play there will end the inning.
And a good job of pitching there to get the fly ball he needed, and they will hold on to the lead.
So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 6 full. The Yankees lead it 2-0. Randy Wynn will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Now batting, Randy Wynn.
First pitch coming. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Get him to chase. It's 1-2. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Fouled back. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And you want to talk about a perfect 2-strike pitch. Have a look. Right on the corner away, and he couldn't have done anything with that thing even if he did swing.
1 gone here in the Yankee 7th. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
The batter, Curtis Granderson.
pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Yeah, most guys aren't looking changeup to begin an at-bat.
Fouled straight back. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. Got him.
Well, with the slider, it's not necessarily the movement, it's the late movement. He goes to swing at this thing, and it's just not there anymore.
Derek Jeter will stride in, grounded out his last time through.
Now batting, Derek Jeter.
Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball one. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Here's the 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
And he would have needed an or to hit that one.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Yankees lead it 2-0. Javier Vasquez will come in and pitch now. Willie Bloomquist will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. Vasquez ready with the 0-1. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Goes up and gets it as this is bounced to shortstop. Throw to first by Jeter, and there's one gone.
Kind of hurried the throw here when he didn't need to, but the first baseman saves the air. That was a nice play.
Yunieski Betancourt will get another shot. He hit into a double play his last time.
The batter, Yunieski Betancourt.
And the first pitch to him is bounced out to Jeter at short. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down.
Well, this is one you got to lay off as a batter because all you're going to do is drive it into the ground.
Scott Podsednik will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game.
The batter, Scott Podsednik.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a ball, 1-0.
And this is where you hope for an umpire with a wide strike zone, but he did not get the call.
2 out, nobody on. Slider, but that's below the knees, and it's 2-0.
And in a close ball game, I think you let him throw you one here.
Two-0 now to Podsednik. Strike called, 2-1.
2-0 is traditionally a fastball count, but he dropped the change on him instead.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike two. Lined up the middle. And that'll get down in front of Granderson for a base hit.
And that's now 3 hits for him in this one as he's on base again here with 2 out.
David DeJesus will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Now batting, David DeJesus.
Swing and a liner. Foul. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now.
Boy, this has been a good sequence to this point. Let's see if they try and punch him out.
Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. Alex Rodriguez set to get things started in the next half inning. 8th inning coming up. The Yankees lead this one 2-0. Kyle Farnsworth will be the new pitcher. Alex Rodriguez will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
And he's going to need to rein that one in a bit because he'll get beat if he keeps leaving pitches up.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. Mark Teixeira is on deck. Now the 3-1 pitch. Line to left. And Podsednik won't have a play. This is a base hit.
Well, the leadoff man's aboard here, and when you're trailing late in the game, you've got to make sure you keep the deficit right where it is.
Mark Teixeira will stand in. He popped out in his last time.
Now batting, Mark Teixeira.
And a fastball just misses for ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's the 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, I'll tell you what. In a game like this one, you could never have too many runs. So there's a couple of big insurance runs sitting out there right now.
Robinson Cano will step in. 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The batter, Robinson Cano.
Farnsworth out of the pen certainly has the fastball. 0-1. Sliced hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball toward the corner as Podsednik will run it down. And the runner will score from second.
Pretty nice swing there as this one heads for the corner, and obviously no shot for Podsednik as this winds up being extra bases.
Jorge Posada will dig in. He homered back in the fourth.
Now batting, Jorge Posada.
Now here's the first pitch. And oh my gracious, where did that pitch miss? It's called ball 1. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Just a challenge fastball right there, and he didn't want any part of it.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swing and a line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Now both men are across to score.
And that might be the one that officially closes the book on this game. Once you get down by 5 or 6 runs, it's very difficult to come back.
Roman Colon is on, and he'll take over on the mound. Nick Swisher will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And he starts him out with, well, it looked like a strike, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Off the corner with the splitter, it's 2-0.
Don't think he had a feel for his release point there.
And that misses as well. 3-0. 3 runs already home here. A runner at first with no outs here. And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, not making excuses, Matt, but sometimes it's hard to make that adjustment from the bullpen mound to that mound between the white lines.
Nick Johnson will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time.
Now batting, Nick Johnson.
Low with the splitter, ball 1. In there, 1-1.
All he could have done with that is just beat it into the ground.
Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. From the belt, the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And let's take a look at this 1-2 pitch on swing track. He's probably gearing up for something off speed, because as you can see, he was way late on that fastball.
Randy Wynn will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game.
The batter, Randy Wynn.
And, not quite sure what was wrong with that one, but it's 1-0. grounded, foul. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And now a lunging catch, and he does a full gainer as well, but somehow hangs on for the second out.
Well, it never hurts to have speed like this in your outfield, so Pasednik just sets his sights on a spot and then sprints for the ball. That's a nice play.
Curtis Granderson will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time.
Now batting, Curtis Granderson.
Ball one.
Trying to backdoor him, but it stays outside just a bit.
And this one's in the dirt.
And I'm very surprised, Matt, that they decided to stay where they were. You've got to be bouncing out there.
Two down, runners at first and second. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now.
Up in the count here, he can look in a specific zone and try to drive something.
And he misses with it for ball four, so the bases will be loaded now with two away.
Well, Matt, things are just going from bad to worse here this half inning.
Derek Jeter will have a shot to really put this one out of reach now with the bases loaded.
Now batting, Derek Jeter.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Time to be a good two-strike hitter here. That means just concentrating on making solid contact.
And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. But no, he'll hold it third.
And I'm very surprised, Matt, that they decided to stay where they were. You've got to be bouncing out there.
Swinging a ball bounced back up the middle. And he throws it away. 2 runs have scored.
Well, that'll keep the inning alive here, and anytime you start giving away outs, it puts a real strain on your pitching staff.
Alex Rodriguez will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The batter, Alex Rodriguez.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Pause, now the pitch. And that misses 1-1.
Might have been trying to overthrow that one a bit.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. He'll try again, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This is the 11th man to bat in the inning. Now here's a swing and a ground ball. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees lead it 7-0. Billy Butler will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Now batting, Billy Butler.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Granderson is there, and that's not the way you want to start the bottom of the 8th. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Rick Ankiel will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far.
Now batting, Rick Ankiel.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. Granderson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Gordon will stand in. Called out on strikes his last time.
The batter, Alex Gordon.
First pitch coming. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. And this ball will be chopped foul. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Matt, he's digging a hole for himself now by not offering at those.
Here it comes. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Nothing across here this half. We've played 8 full. The Yankees lead it 7-0. Carlos Rosa will come in and pitch now. Mark Teixeira will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. No outs, nobody on. Now the pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Fastball, and he might have gotten under it just a bit as this is out toward deep right field. DeJesus has to back up a bit, but he has it shy of the wall for the first out. Robinson Cano will be the batter.
Now batting, Robinson Cano.
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Yeah, this is tougher than it looks for a pitcher covering first, but he handled that pretty darn well right there.
Jorge Posada will dig in. He singled and drove home 2 his last time.
Now batting, Jorge Rosado.
And the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Third hit of the ball game. His second single, and of course, he had that home run earlier. They just can't get him out.
Nick Swisher will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Now batting, Nick Swisher.
And he goes down and gets this fastball and takes it high in the air to deep straightaway center. And this is tracked down on the run, and with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll head now to the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees lead this one 7-0. Brian Pena will stand in working on a 3-hit ball game now.
Now batting, Brian Pena.
First pitch on the way. Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. And he reaches up to haul this one in on the run. Nice play for the first out.
And they finally retire him for the first time in the game. He just got under that one.
Jose Guillen to try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far.
Now batting, Jose Guillen.
And here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. In there, and it's even at 1.
Gotta have a little better plate coverage up there.
One pitch on the way. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one. One out, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
And he was gearing up to hit that thing up to Interstate 70. That's a big hack.
Grounded foul. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Yeah, and that won't be lost on his teammates. That was a great at-bat.
Willie Bloomquist will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far.
Now batting, Willie Bloomquist.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Boy, they could really use a double play ball here. But a strikeout wouldn't be too bad either.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Now it's 2-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Boy, he who hesitates is lost. Just waited a little too long to think about pulling the trigger.
Here he comes on 2-1. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Jeter. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, another good win for these guys, and that'll help them pad the AL lead east a bit. They're looking pretty good right now.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Matt, he was a tough out up there in this one. 3 hits, including a home run, and without him, this might have been a different game.
So that brings us to the conclusion of this one. For my colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler and all of us here at the show, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this evening. Once again, our final score. The Yankees come out on top, 7-0. This has been a presentation of MLB 10 The Show. For more, log on to MLB10theshow.com. This one's in the books, as we say. So long, everybody.